What's going on? This is Rahsaan Supreme Hubbard, A.K.A. Fly Vegan Chef, co-author of Wholesome Happiness, along with Ulysses S. Sullivan. I started my journey in 1995 going vegetarian. I started the vegetarian journey when I got knowledge of self when I was in college at Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina. I stopped eating one meat at a time. About 1998, a brother said to me, well, you know, if you're going to eat eggs, you might as well eat chicken. So I said, that made a whole lot of sense. So that's when I started to travel on my vegan journey and cut out dairy as well. Well, I had got knowledge of self in 1995 on college campuses. I was around a lot of deep brothers who were teaching me the knowledge of myself, get me back into my history, who I was as a black man, you know, in the United States. And a part of that was nutrition. So they were talking about how it wasn't good to eat meat. And of course, it started with not eating pork because, you know, I was studying Islam or whatever, and we couldn't eat pork. So it started with not eating pork, and then it just constantly elevated. We stopped eating pork, and we stopped eating beef, and we stopped eating chicken, and we stopped eating turkey. We just kept elevating because it was all about elevation. So it got to the point where I was just vegetarian, but yet I was still eating dairy. And then, like, I guess in like 1998, a brother came up to me. He was like, well, okay, I see you're vegetarian, you don't eat chicken, but if you're gonna eat eggs, you might as well eat chicken. So that made a whole lot of sense to me, and from there, I just started the whole vegan journey. Veganism to me is when you don't eat any animals or any animal byproducts. So no butter, no cheese, no milk. Well, clothes, I mean, there's different types of vegans as well. There's ethical vegans and there's vegans who are vegans for health. Myself right now, I'm more vegan for health. I haven't elevated to that level of being an ethical vegan yet, but there's levels to it, definitely. Now, ever since I became vegan, I noticed I lost a lot of weight. I look great. My skin is clear. I can think much quicker. I look younger. You know, I'm 47 years old, and I get mistaken for being in my 30s. They, oh, you're 35, and they find out I'm 47. They're amazed by it. My skin is just beautiful. It radiates. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful lifestyle. I love being vegan. I will not go back. I'm able to control my emotions better. I'm able to think more logical, you know, and not jump and fly off the handle before when I was eating meat, because I don't have all those emotions from the animals inside of me. Now it's just to continue health, because the animals nowadays, they're grafting the animals, they're pumping all type of hormones in the animals. We live in the United States with a lot of greed. They want money quicker, so they're trying to make these animals grow very quickly. So what they're doing is they're adding all type of chemicals in the food. And when you eat that, it affects you, because when you eat death, death becomes a part of you. What means the most about vegan now is just, like I said, staying healthy, but also being an example to others where they can see at my age how good I look, you know, and just getting others to be more aware and conscious about what they eat. Now, before, you know, was vegan. I didn't care what anybody else did, but now it's like I more so want to help others become vegan, and that's why I co-authored a vegan starter book, a starter guide to help those, because there's a lot of people who want to get involved in this lifestyle, but just don't know where to start, for those who are looking to transition to this plant-based vegan lifestyle. Now, it's important for others to be vegan because basically it's about health. It's about you not being selfish. A lot of people have families that depend on them, and we're dying at a rapid rate from heart disease, diabetes, cancer. And I see, and what they need to realize, if these animals can catch HIV, COVID, you know, cancer, and all these other viruses and diseases, when you eat that, that goes into you as well. That's blood of the animal that you're eating. So it's very important for others to learn that they have to take better care of themselves. And not only for them, but for their family, because their children copy what they do. So what I like to do to encourage people to become vegan is make vegan dishes. I bring it to work. Here, try this. This is vegan steak. Tastes just like steak, doesn't it? You know, try this chickpea tuna. Oh, wow, it tastes just like tuna. And I showed them that, hey, you can eat a lot of the same things, but you just got to be able to adjust your taste buds. So What I do is I like to give them examples because I'll show them pictures. Hey, bring me some of that. Let me see what that is. And that's what I do. One of the main challenges I had as being vegan is at the time I didn't know how to cook. So I was always eating out, spending money. But once I started learning how to cook and teaching myself how to cook, I was saving a lot more money. So even when going to work and I see people spending their money eating in the cafeteria, me, myself, I bring my food every day because once again, I know what's in the food. I know what I know it's vegan. I know it's what's important to me, which is to stay healthy. So one of the challenges, like I said, was not knowing how to cook. And once I learned how to cook, I got the ball rolling from there. A lot of the challenges I'm having now is it's hard to participate in like holiday events with my family because they'll be like, well, you don't eat how we eat or whatever. So one of the ways I got over that challenge is I bring my food and I share it with them as well. Now, when it comes to females, I mean, it's been kind of difficult for some of them. They'll meet me, they like the way I look, they think I look fly, handsome or whatever. But when they find out I'm vegan, the first thing they say, oh, I can't cook for you. And it throws them off because they think I'm going to prejudge them or what have you. So, and then also, who wants to buy a vegan pizza and it's half cheese, half regular cheese, half pork on it? It just doesn't work. So that's really been a challenge, is finding someone who's on the same page and who's equally yoked with this vegan lifestyle. Now, I've been able to overcome a lot of these relationship challenges by joining different vegan groups on Facebook and meeting different females who are vegan, some of them on a higher level than myself, and we have something in common. We can eat at the same restaurants and it's not a conflict. So that's how I've overcome a lot of it. Oh, man. Like I said, when it comes to the holidays and bringing over dishes, because I'm not big into the holidays like that, but it is a family bonding time to spend with family. So, I just have to be patient with them. I don't preach to them, but I do bring food for them to try. I find out what they're cooking and I try to make the vegan equivalent to that. Oh man, if I was raised vegan, whew, I probably would look like I'm 25 if I was raised vegan. Because I already look good at 47, so just imagine if I was raised vegan, I probably look like I'm 27 right now. Man, it would have been a beautiful thing. Absolutely, I wish I was raised vegan, man. Oh, like I said before, I would have been beautiful. I wouldn't have been so emotional. I mean, I probably been a millionaire, to be honest with you, if I was raised vegan. About becoming vegan, there is no regrets. I just wish I would have done it sooner. It's a beautiful lifestyle. I don't care if I stand out or look different being vegan. Man, I love this lifestyle and I will not go back. If anything, I'll just keep advancing in this vegan plant-based way of life. I didn't go vegan sooner because I didn't know what vegan was. All I knew was vegetarian. So like I said before, it wasn't until someone approached me talking about me being vegetarian and me eating eggs. And he's like, if you're gonna eat eggs, you might as well eat chicken. That would spark me to become vegan. But other than that, I didn't know what a vegan was. I just knew vegetarianism. Now, before being vegan, of course, I was like, what? No meat? Because that's all I knew was meat, and eating meat each meal, sometimes 3, 4 servings, each day. So vegan, huh? What? No meat? Vegetarian? What? No meat? Are you serious? And it threw me off. But like I said, it wasn't until I started getting knowledge of self and being around brothers who were educating me that I took it one step at a time. I cut out one meat at a time gradually until eventually I cut out dairy and then got the ball rolling from there. And I've been vegan ever since. No, I don't. Not at all. A lot of that is a myth. One time I was a Sabian studying Dr. Sabi, and as long as you get the minerals like CMOS gives you 92 minerals out of 92 minerals out of 104 minerals your body has, I believe it is. And taking CMOS, drinking plenty of real good clean water, you'll be fine. No medications whatsoever. That's the beautiful thing. I have no aches, no pains. Ever since I went vegan, I mean, like I don't have any aches. I feel great, feel great. Supplements, I'll take, like I said, I'll take sea moss, black seed oil, just little things to keep me up. But other than that, not a whole lot. No ailments after becoming vegan. To me, everything has just gotten better as far as being a vegan. So no ailments, no nothing. For someone who's 47 years old and looking as good as I am, I'm in great shape. Now, of course, as a kid, I was going to the doctor before being vegan. But afterwards, I'm not really big on the doctors. A wise man told me at a certain age, you're supposed to be your own doctor. So me being vegan and taking care of myself, watching what I eat, drinking lots of water, sea moss, I became my own doctor and haven't had to see a doctor since. All right, so one of the tips I'll say, if you want to become vegan, become vegetarian first. Don't just jump off the porch and stop eating meat and dairy because you're going to crash and burn. What I would say is this. Start, of course, with pork because pork is forbidden. That's already in the Bible, but we're not going to go deep into that. Beef, then chicken. Take your time and cut out each meat slowly. Become vegetarian. Then cut out the dairy. That's the tip I have if you want to transition into a vegan lifestyle. Don't do it too quickly. Take your time, cut out one meat at a time, then cut out the dairy, and you'll be fine. Some resources, I would say YouTube. YouTube, I mean, that's how I learned how to cook vegan, studying how to YouTube videos, putting my own twist to it. I mean, the internet is your university. Everything's online. It's on the internet. Just go on YouTube, type in vegan recipes, the benefits of being vegan, and it tells you, it's right there. I love YouTube. I would say just a lack of discipline and depending on where they live. I mean, I meet a lot of people, yeah, I used to be vegan, I used to be plant-based, but then again, where they live at is not a whole lot of options or they just don't know how to cook or they feel it's too expensive. And I would say it can get expensive if you're eating the processed vegan food. But if you learn how to cook your food, you can be vegan, I mean, very simple by eating zucchini, squash, spinach, going out the produce section. Success stories, yeah, definitely. People at, some of my jobs years later have told me they went plant-based and that I've influenced them and, and they may not be to the point where I'm at with it, but they've made strides to eat better. It's by a brother named Almighty God, Allah. He said, I love the animals, that's why I don't eat them. Another quote was, I can't remember who said it, but I was taught that when you eat death, death becomes a part of you. I love vegans. I love being around vegans. There's nothing I would change about anybody being vegan or even myself as a vegan. I mean, I think we're one of the coolest people on the planet, We are health conscious. We try to take care of ourselves. We look good. And we're just an example for the world. I mean, and even myself, I would say no, and I'm like, sometimes I can get on my little cockiness and, and we can get on our little high horse here and there because, we know something that others don't. But other than that, I mean, it's just make people feel the same way we feel is to feel good being vegan, Oh, man, in the United States, oh, man, that's a tough one to see a whole vegan world. I mean, because people are so addicted to meat, it's like the biggest drug on the street, not crack, not heroin, but meat. People have to eat meat at every single meal. I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to take a lot of time. I mean, it's going to take a lot of education. It's going to take a lot of crusaders going out there. I may not live to see it in this lifetime. I'll put it this way. I think a vegan world would be peaceful. Probably wouldn't be any real wars. It wouldn't be any greed. The animals would flourish. I think in a vegan world, we probably would get along with the animals. Truth be told, the lions and tigers and all of that, because I was taught at one time that we did get along and coexist with the animals. It's just once we started killing them, it really switched up their nature. A wise man had told me this years ago. He was like, yeah, we coexisted back in the ancient times with the bear. Because you think about it, Have you heard of, in ancient times, Jesus them getting attacked by lions and goats and things like that? No, you know? But once we started killing animals and eating animals, the brother was telling me that it changed their nature. So I think in a vegan world, there would be no wars. It'd be much more peaceful. That's just me. So I have a lot of favorite vegan foods. Now I'm not big on breakfast. For the most part, I eat one meal a day. That's just me taking the veganism to another level. But my favorite food is Ethiopian. They have a nice vegan platter, which consists of like cabbage, lentils, chickpeas, string beans, and that's my favorite food. I eat that like once a week, but when I cook for myself, one of my favorites is chickpea tuna. I gotta make a great chickpea tuna. I love zucchini and squash. I mean, I love making the vegan shrimp. I know how to make a vegan steak. I like to make that from time to time. I like to make a lasagna, a vegan lasagna. I like to make that from time to time. And just hummus sandwiches, hummus wraps. So many that I can name and mention that I can't think of off the top of my head, but man, I'm a chef, so I go in. I'm a cook, but I call myself a chef because I don't need nobody's education to justify me being a chef. As long as I put the work in and I make my food taste as good as someone who went to culinary art school, then I'm a chef. Fly vegan chef. I haven't started a raw diet, but that's the next level. That's why I say as a vegan, there's levels to it, you know, and that's the next level, to be a raw vegan. I would love to eventually get to that level, but like I said, that eating that hot cooked food, you know what I'm saying? That's also, you know, it's hard, but you know, there's levels to it. And if I choose to go there, I'll definitely go there. 10%, maybe 10, 15% of my diet is raw. Of course, the fruits, you know, the apples, the grapes, the oranges, things like that. I haven't advanced to being a raw food vegan yet, but that's always the next level. I mean, you're still eating meat, you're still eating death. So, I mean, it's still the same thing to me. It's all the same. If you're still eating meat, you're still eating death. You're still eating dairy, you're still eating death and getting mucus buildup. So, I mean, it's still the same to me. I never have a craving to eat animals, and I used to love fried fish, but I found the way to make a fried fish using banana blossoms. So I don't crave meat anymore. I've been dealing with this whole veganism since 1995. It's 2022 right now, so that's been long gone. No cravings whatsoever. Now, when it comes to like the fake meats, in my first beginning of being a vegan, and for a few years, yeah, I did the Morningstar products, the Boca burgers, and things like that. It's every now and again, because it's still processed food, so very rare. I make my own veggie burgers using like beans, lentils, chickpeas, and combine it with some veggies and things like that. But very rarely do I like to eat the processed foods or the fake meats. One that I eat the most, if I do eat, is going to be the vegan shrimp. But other than that, not really. I don't buy the Beyond Burger. I really don't buy the Impossible Burger, things like that. Not really. No lab-grown meat for me. I am going to be strictly veggies. Strictly veggies. Nothing grown in a lab. No, not at all. That's no, 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 no. No, not at all. No, not at all, man. I mean, I'm done. I mean, I've been so far gone from meat that I can't see myself eating at McDonald's or Crackdonald's, you know what I'm saying? Or Burger King, any of that. Like, no, I'm not going back to meat. I mean, I love this lifestyle, man. I mean, my food, I think the food, me personally, ever since I went vegan, I think the food tastes better. I would laugh in his face and get a new doctor immediately. There's no way in the world you're supposed to be eating dead animals and blood and that's good for you. Not at all. That's barbaric. All right, now when it comes to intermittent fasting, how I got involved with it, I read a book by the almost Honorable Elijah Muhammad called How to Eat to Live. And he was talking about eating one meal a day and you try to eat within an hour. Now, I haven't mastered it. I haven't mastered it yet. I'm still working on it. I lost a considerable amount of weight. I feel good, even better. But it's something that I'm working on, just eating 1 meal a day and not stuffing myself with food. From what I read, that you can cure 90% of your ailments just by eating 1 meal a day, and that's just the start. Then you start with eating once every other day, then once every 3 days. But right now, I'm still working on eating 1 meal a day.
Once every 3 days. You ever heard of Dr. Amen?
Yes.
Yeah, he's cool. He does 1 meal a day or 1 hour a day. But I don't know if he would ever do every other day. Or
I'm struggling eating 1 meal a day. I mean, there's days I have better days. But like if I'm at work, it works better when I'm at work. Because I reward myself by getting through the day by having my meal, and I'm hungry, then the food tastes much better, when I'm hungry. Because a lot of times we're eating 3 meals a day. We're just eating because we're programmed. Okay, it's 7 o'clock, between 7 and 9 o'clock, I'm supposed to eat breakfast. Okay, well, it's 12 o'clock, I'm just supposed to eat lunch. Hey, it's 5 o'clock, I'm just supposed to eat dinner. We're programmed to do that. And when you start eating 1 meal a day, you'll realize how, wow, food plays a very important part of my life. I'm just eating just to be eating, and you're really not hungry. Once again, this is Fly Vegan Chef, co-author of Wholesome Happiness, plant-based starter guide, along with Ulysses Sullivan. It's 73 pages filled with great recipes. This is going to help you all who want to transition into that plant-based vegan lifestyle but just don't know how. We break down, what vegan is, veganism versus vegetarianism, the importance of it, the benefits of it. We even give you some starter recipes to help you get started. So this is a very important book. We're dealing with the people who are beginners, who want to transition to this lifestyle, and then the importance of adopting a healthy lifestyle, not only for yourself, but for your family. You have kids, and this is how we keep growing and generating and just developing as people, just getting better and educating ourselves. So definitely check that out. You can find that on my Instagram page, Fly Vegan Chef, FLYYVEGAN Chef. You can also find it at our Wholesome Happiness IG page as well.